exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's that Atom. It's not. I've not had much interest in it, to be honest.
Well, it's funny because they're lovely boards, aren't they? It's the same as the one I sold Caroline, but
Yeah,
just a few years newer,
yeah,
I
exactly.
think. And they were very nice to use. It's sort of a bit more. You want flat water, but they're lovely
Yeah,
on
yeah.
board.
It's
Yeah,
not really nice when it's choppy, but
yeah.
I like light wind Grimwith days or light wind like westerlies at Frace. So it's an ideal board. I mean, I really like it. I've used it quite a lot.
Yeah,
Uh, but I'll probably take it to Rossi this weekend, actually.
yeah.
Give it a
See
go.
if anybody fancies it. See if you can flog it off.
Yeah, well, I mean, also it's good. It's a good board for teaching, and it's going to be pretty flat at the weekend.
Yeah. No,
That's
no, it sounds absolutely perfect.
no,
Yeah,
it's good.
yeah. There's something on how I know. God, we have a regional training day, so I couldn't.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've had
Yeah,
enough out of that.
yeah, nightmare. At
Yeah.
least they're letting us on the water. I wasn't going to go, but then they
Oh,
said,
that's
"Oh,
good.
the afternoon that they will take you on the water and show you a few new things." So I thought, "Oh,
Oh,
why
that's
not?"
good. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Which day is that? Is that Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, I think.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Saturday,
Oh,
Saturday.
that would be good. Is it with Paul?
I think so. Yeah, it was up last weekend doing it like a tea whatever it is weekend. So you got
Oh.
youngsters from all over the country there.
Ah, the Team 15.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and they weren't as good. I expect them all to be marvelous, because
Yeah, it
you
depends. It depends at what state. They're just in Team 15 and the level can be quite low. But when you get into like if there's zone squad or the national squad, then they're
yeah
shit hot then.
they did have three different groups, so maybe I was just
Yeah,
seeing the ones who are just starting out.
yeah, maybe. No, nice.
Yeah, no, it looks absolutely perfect for you, doesn't it? That
It's
weather
gonna be a good.
forecast for
It's gonna be a
Anglesey.
good weekend. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
looking really nice. Let's just have a quick look. I'll get it up fast. I mean, Ross Niger seems to be windy all the time at the minute. So Saturday, it's like Ross Niger, it's like bolt onshore, so we'll go to the inland sea on that day.
yeah.
And then Sunday, will be Ross Niger, probably like some light wind bits. We'll see how the forecast has changed quite a lot at the minute. Just,
Yeah. Oh, Harry sends his best wishes. I saw him today. He was out sailing.
oh, nice. Is he
Yeah,
doing?
with it. Sorry.
Is he all right?
Yeah, no, no, he seemed fine. Yeah, his dog's getting quite old now.
Yeah.
it's,
Oh no.
it's there, but he was delighted because there's another fireball started sailing, so he's got someone to compete directly against.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh,
he
nice.
said he says they're both really young, and
Yeah.
it's annoying because they've only been there about a week or two, and they're already taking races off him. So
Already winning everything. Nice. Good evening, Mr. Francis. Good evening,
Yeah,
Rick.
that'll do.
You
Good
both all right?
evening. I've just put a video on the website, Ollie.
Oh yeah.
It gives a highlight of my current position with technique.
Ah, there we are. Lovely. We'll look at that tonight.
It's only about 20, 30 seconds long.
Yeah, super. Shorter the better.
To be fair, it was more of a practice of how to download.
Yeah,
But well, I'd like to have a discussion with you about it because I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's something that's bugging me at the moment.
Definitely, we can have a look.
In
Better
fact,
20,
I
30
was
seconds, Rich, is better than Pete Francis's cinema entries that he puts in.
Oh, it's a three DVD box set, isn't it? When
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pete
With
gets
the
online.
it's the director's cut edition, yeah.
No, you can take the Mickey. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Whoa, who's that? Who's that one?
That's
Oh, is
me.
that you?
I just put my late for the everybody was putting in catapults the other week, so I thought I'd get mine in.
I gave you a
Wow,
10. I gave you a 10 for that, Ollie.
Uh,
That's
that's
but
very.
Pete, I was thinking of you when I put this in. I was looking back through everybody else's catapults. So that Stuart was one face planting
yeah.
the circle. There's Clive also. eating the sail. There's Stuart again. That looks very painful.
Whoa.
Oh,
That looks like it's going to hurt a lot. But that's actually quite a common crash on free
Yeah,
ride.
yeah.
Mike, that doesn't look too bad as a crash. Just flying out the back.
Off the back end, in it. Yeah. Oh, that's a
Andy
good one.
also, that looks all. I mean, that doesn't look like it's going to hurt too much.
Mm.
Clive's here. This looks really could have been very painful. That Paul, I was the one filming when this happened. This did look very painful, but they all look more painful than the forward. So my crash, this was a forward, but it was too windy, and I just got ripped. The sail got ripped out my hands.
Right.
But it's worth noting that it looks, and it wasn't painful at all, and it doesn't look as bad. There's no way I'm going to get hit by any gear or anything like that. I'm just hitting water.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's maybe something to note that crashing with the forward, it's not that bad. Your crashes, you see worse crashes in people going free riding.
I ain't worried about crashing. It's just having the gumption to actually go for the crash.
Yeah, but that's it's something worth noting for everything, really.
Yeah.
Is that the crashes are always not as bad as you think they're going to be.
Well, that's why I gave up motorcycling and went to windsurfing.
Yeah,
Because it hurt on the bottom.
Why you don't skateboard?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with my computer. I keep trying. Anyway, by that, I was trying to log on to my computer
twice as well. I took out there was the two Pete Francises in. I took the other one out.
Yeah,
there's not another one, is there?
There's only one Pete Francis.
Oh, Pete Francis.
No, I can't get my computer to work, so I'm back on my phone anyway. Because
it's all right. It's all right. I think we've got Caroline's joining in now as well.
Yeah. Have you done Rossi this weekend? This weekend done, Ollie, or are you going next weekend?
We're going this weekend, so come in.
This weekend? Oh, right, I'm with you. Yeah.
This is the current forecast.
I'm not here.
It's windy at the minute. I mean, it's windy all week. It's gonna be a good week. Also for Fraser Up is looking good.
Is it?
I saw Ben today. He's talking about going on Friday. Yeah, 34 knots westerly, 21 to 34.
Oh.
Friday? That's way too far ahead to be reliable.
It'll be wrong.
You got to be optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm keeping I'm looking for Thursday and for Friday. I'm keeping my eye on West Kirby because if it's looking at the minute, it's looking very good. Thursday, Friday at West Kirby.
Well, I'm going to try Cows, and then I can go to any part of the island wherever the wind is and just get blown.
That's a good idea. Yeah, just to go anywhere it's windy. Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm going down tomorrow. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so definitely there's wind on the horizon for everyone. It's coming. Good evening, Caroline.
Hi, you okay, everybody?
Yeah, you.
Yes, thank you. Has everyone got out this week, or have I missed anything? I'm a bit late.
No. We're just talking about you, actually.
Oh, hot topic. What is it? What have I done now?
I wasn't really.
Isn't it the Pete Francis show tonight?
It is, yeah.
Right, I'm going to sign off.
Annual.
No, you're keeping us all going.
Annual.
Good for you.
I tried to get 3 days in a row, but I turned up and Richard wasn't there, so I had to go home, and then he turned up.
No, I couldn't believe that. I was gutted.
That's awful.
I mean, 20 mile an hour, nice flat flipping thing. The sun was out and there was absolutely nobody there. Well, I'm in a westerly. I'm not sailing on my own on the sea.
No.
So I sat around for about an hour and a half hoping someone would turn up.
We'd been and gone.
Tell us about your rescue. Tell us all about the rescue.
That wasn't this Richard. That's the other Richard.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry. I thought it was you.
No, it wasn't me this time. I've had my fill of being rescued, thank you.
Oh, is it somebody I don't know then?
Rich Penfold.
Yeah.
He works for Borough Tyres. You'll have seen him if you've been at Fraser. You'll know.
I only know that chap that comes a long way. Is it him?
Is that Gary? Is it Gary?
Yeah, that's. Oh, yeah, I met him. I think. Yeah.
Who comes a long way? Gaza.
Yeah, I think so.
It could-
Yeah, amazing. I was
comes from
amazed.
Nottingham.
Oh, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I was, what?
It drives across from Nottingham.
Aye, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Gaza. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I remember. I remember him turning up. There was no wind, and he'd been stuck behind a tractor or something for about an hour. And it was like listening to Chubby Brown.
Oh dear. Ah.
Oh,
Can
nice.
I ask? I've got a quick question about foot straps. Well, so I was changing them. Somebody gave me some. Well, not gave me some to possibly selling some. Does it matter about that little? So if you've got kind of like a piece of metal that goes across the top, and then your screw goes into that, and it goes straight into the board, and you don't have one of those little black plastic things that have those little
No,
tiny.
if it's got a piece of metal, if it's got the metal thing with teeth, that's fine. That's enough.
And that's enough.
Yeah. That stops it twisting.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I wasn't sure.
That's fine. Yeah, it's either the metal or the bit of plastic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's normally
Stop
one
them
of the other.
twisting.
So the metal is on the top, isn't it? It's not like
Yeah, it sits on the top and the teeth go through the foot strap.
there's no teeth. It's just. Oh, they might have little bits of teeth.
It should be like slightly serrated.
Okay, I think that's it then.
Not that it's sharp enough that it'll cut you, but it should be.
Yeah.
Well,
these are Drake ones, and I think they're all like that because I've looked on my Xanthos board and name dropping again, and they've got some new Drake ones on, so I'm going to take them off there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good to change if you're using your board a lot. You should change your foot straps quite regularly.
Well, does that matter even if you not wearing like if you even if you're wearing boots rather than barefoot?
If you're wearing boots, you should do it even more so.
Oh,
boots will wear the foot straps out faster.
And that makes a difference because
the foot straps on the inside, they've got like a grippy texture. If you buy new ones, you can feel it with your feet, with your hands.
Yeah, and that what does that mean?
It helps you grip. It helps your feet grip the foot straps. You don't slide out of it. If you're pulling into the strap, you don't slide through it.
I see.
Out of it, sorry.
Okay.
And they get polished out, and then they become smooth, and they don't grip so good.
Okay.
I change mine every 6 months.
Wow.
I can spare set grease with me.
I don't think
lines as well, and also rope, like outhaul, downhaul rope. I change that every season.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do mine every 6 years.
Whether it needs it or not.
Yeah.
But you do have to be prepared though, Ollie, to save people, don't you, with what you do?
Well, I don't want to be someone that needs saving either.
Ah, yeah, that's not a good. That won't be not a good look for you. That.
No, it wouldn't be, no. And then also mass feet as well. I change them regularly. Anything that's prone to breaking, I change it regularly.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got Fraythorpe in a Westerly, for example, is a classic.
Ask Richard.
Yeah, it's a lot of people get.
But if you're sailing inland on clean water, then surely the things should last a bit longer.
Depends how aggressive you're sailing, doesn't it?
And how
the only advantage of that is you always end up somewhere on shore, don't you, if you're inland?
Yeah. Still breaks, doesn't it?
It's still a nightmare, though, isn't it? If you get stuck on the other side of Grimworth.
That's it. It's a long walk back in the wetsuits, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a nice walk either, is it? It's not an easy walk.
Cold. It'll probably be raining as well.
Yeah, well, it's always raining at Grimworth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm changing my foot straps.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to check. Like if you're coming to Vosniger at the weekend, check all the outhaul and downhaul and stuff, because it's not the place either to break that doesn't need to break. You know, if you snap your mast or whatever, fair enough. Like, there's nothing you can do about that, really. But if your outhaul snaps because it was frayed before you went out, then, there's no point having things that don't need to break.
I have another question as well. Like, do any of these people have like motorhomes where they put the boards on top, or like you do?
Hey,
Do you put your
hey.
board on top?
Of
Yeah,
what?
both of mine go on this one now. They both go on top. Yeah,
Is it a really high one?
yeah, 9 foot.
And do you have a ladder then? I guess you must have.
Yeah, I'm not that tall.
Pete,
And you find that quite easy to do then, even with the skylights and things, they don't get in the way.
Well, no, it's taken some doing. I've changed my motorhome recently, and I've had to put a new. So no, it's not straightforward. It depends because you've got to do that clearance, haven't you? But if you've got roof rails, then if you fit a roof rack onto the roof rails, you tend to get the clearance. But
Oh, okay.
it's particular to each type of motorhome or vehicle, I would think.
I'm amazed nobody's come up with something that fits on the back where the board could sit like that. I think I've seen some pictures of like it's sitting on a step like that with in some rails like that. But
most people that have those have made them themselves.
yeah.
Floyd had one, didn't he, on his camper?
Floyd has. Yeah, Floyd has. Yeah.
Gap in the market there.
Yeah.
It's really difficult sticking it on top of a roof in a high wind when you've come off and you're tired from sailing anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't put it on. I don't put it back on. I take it off because it comes off quite easily in a high wind. But it's I'm just going to slide it in the back and then drive to a sheltered area where I can, because it will fit in the back. But I don't want it in the back. So my intention is to put it in the back and then move to some sheltered area to put it back on the roof.
Okay.
If I'm to somewhere really windy.
And I also saw this thing where it goes. It sort of, I don't know, it quite works, but it comes it's sort of, you sit it on top of this thing, and it comes out, and then it comes down like that.
They use them for kayaks.
Pardon?
People using kayaks on the roof.
Yeah, it's called. Yeah.
I think my dad's got one actually for his kayak, so you can stick it on top of the car. Like it comes down the side, and then you strap it on, and then it like folds onto the top.
So Carry Tech. That's what it's called, Carry Tech. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. What van have you got? A Ford?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I've just got a camper van at the moment, but we're thinking of getting a long wheelbase, or but like we've kind of coming away from the traditional big motorhome for that reason, so we don't have go on the roof, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to go on the. I mean, I could slide it inside. You see, on these because the doors will open at the back.
Yeah, there are a number of options, but it's just for me, it's easier to go on the roof. That's for sure.
It's better to put it on the roof because you're not dirtying anything or getting anything wet, are you?
Yeah.
You can always do a trailer. A trailer's very good because you just stick your stuff in and hitch it on if you got the space.
I guess. I don't think I want to tow anything really. Anyway.
Sure, you'll find something.
Oh well, you've got to get around these things, haven't you? It's the all important thing. Taking the board.
You'll find a way.
Find a way.
There was a way. Right.
I'll let crack on.
Let's have a look through these videos quick. So this first one's Paul. We're saying he seems to be coming up and down a lot and ending up over the center of the board on the verge of a catapult. Didn't know if it seems that way to others, and if so, what to do about it. So, have a look through there. What does everybody think about Paul's stance?
A little bit upright.
His bum could go more in, but
I mean, if you take snapshots of it, perfect stance there.
Yeah.
Perfect stance there still. Maybe a bit upright there with the sail a bit open. Perfect stance again. Perfect stance. Perfect stance. Most of the time his stance is fine. There's moments where he gets pulled up over the board, and that's going to happen. It will. I mean, if you get hit by a gust, it will happen. It's how quickly you can recover from that. because you don't want to stay in this position, because from this position you're now prone. If you would get to hit by another gust and you were in an upright position over the board, then you would be catapulted. But to be pulled into this position is quite normal in windsurfing. It's how quickly can you get back out of that position back into your normal sailing stance to keep the speed of the board. For me, I would have a problem, really. There's not much. I think it's really good sailing. There's some people saying not locked out enough, no clear 7 position. I'm not a massive fan of the 7 position anyway, but just for argument's sake, about as good 7 as it's going to get. I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't say that's a problem, really. I mean, if you were going to be really like anal about it, I would say that you could maybe look at the wind, so you were kind of ready for the gust to hit a bit sooner, so you could recover quickly. Otherwise, I don't think there's any problems with it. I think you need to embrace the power. To me, it looks like you're not fully sheeted in. You're allowing yourself to be passenger. Every time a gust hits, you're passively letting the sail take the force sheeting out and pulling it up over the board. Yeah, could be. I mean, you could argue this. I mean, you could also argue that the power of the wind's going to pull you up over anyway. But how quickly can you get back down again? But Ashley is kind of on the money, I would say. Look around and try and read and anticipate the gust to brace yourself, for sure.
I've started doing that a little bit. I can do it better one way than the other.
Yeah,
so when
it's a skill in itself to learn to read the wind. It's hard.
Yeah. When I see it coming, I kind of think I've got to sit down more this time. I'm getting ready.
Yeah, exactly. Get ready for it, and you make yourself get low, because you know you can get lower because you know the power is about to increase. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like anything, it takes time to learn to do that. But the more you do it, the faster you'll learn it. So even if you look at the wind and you just see water, there'll be slight differences that you might not be able to spot out straight away, but you'll feel the differences as they hit the sail. So you might notice, oh, the water seems calmer here. Oh, there's a lull, sorry, the wind's gone. And next time you see it, you'll think, right, last time I saw that, the wind dropped. So I'm going to get ready and lean forwards a little bit and come over the board. Yeah? As you said, also, harness line position can make a big difference. Needs sheeting in. Definitely. Needs to be in the right place. Should have both arms out straight. Both arms pretty straight there. Pushing the boom away. Yeah. Commit fully to the harness. Get further out of straight arms. Something else. Could also be short lines. I think Paul's setup here looks fine. The boom looks a good height. Harness lines look good. And there are moments maybe where the arms are a bit bent, but it's going to happen in windsurfing. We can't always be completely straight.
Could he just turn into the wind a bit when he gets the gust?
Yes.
I mean, that's what I tend to do. If I get a big gust, to just go up into the wind a bit.
Yeah, definitely, Pete. That would work quite well. I mean, that stance is really, I think it's really nice. I would like to see the whole body twist to face forwards a little bit more. So if you're the way Paul's hips and shoulders, everything's pointing at the sail, and it can create a little bit of instability because the shoulders can move like this. Whereas if you twist to point forwards, the shoulders can't move so much anymore. Yeah. If I just pull up a picture. So you can see this twisting here. So how the back shoulders protracted, the front shoulders retracted, and I'm twisting in my harness, trying to point the hips forwards a little bit. Yeah. It's especially useful when you go upwind, because when you twist, the hips will naturally drop towards the back of the board, which loads the back leg up a little bit more. And that puts more pressure on the fin, which lifts the board up out the water, makes it faster. Yeah?
Should you be twisting all the time then?
All the time. Even when you're going downwind, you can twist as well. Yeah, you won't twist so much because you'll want to try and take some weight off the back foot. Because you want to load the front foot up a little bit more so the board is pushed away from the wind. Yeah. But when you're going upwind, try and imagine you're trying to twist in the harness as much as possible. Now, the more you do it, the more the hips will drop back and the more you'll load that back leg up. Yeah. It's important to note when you do this that you need to be off the side of the board. You can see all my weights off the side, but no weight over the board. Yeah. So that when you load the back leg up, you push into it this way as opposed to pushing down on it. Yeah. With me?
It's a really nice position, that is.
Yeah.
I think I end up, my front leg don't stay as straight as that. I'd end up with a bent front leg most of the time. I think that's a common sailing position.
Yeah, I mean that happens. It's quite common, especially when you go in at wind. The front leg bends.
All right, okay.
Try and twist more.
Yeah.
And let the hips fall towards the back of the board, and you'll find you've got the space to keep the front leg straight.
Because that's optimum, isn't it, to keep the front leg straight as possible?
You want to, yeah. If the wind gets very light, the front leg will have to bend because there's not enough power for you to stay that far off the board anymore.
Yeah.
You want to be trying to get yourself out off the side of the board as much as possible. As soon as that front leg bends, this distance is going to get shorter.
Yeah.
And if that does, your body weight comes in, so it starts to move back over the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you want your legs, even your back legs. My back leg also here, it's pretty much completely straight. There's a very slight bend in the knee. But it's also, I'm trying to create as much distance between me and the board. Yeah.
Very good.
To load up the fin as much as possible. Now, on a freestyle board, for example, you can't get this position because there's not enough fin underneath the board. This is like a big free ride board. Yeah, so this is your stance for your big free ride gear. It's worth noticing that. Don't try and do this on freestyle gear.
And have you got your straps set right on the outboard there?
Yeah, so this is something I was just about to come to. The one thing I would say for Paul here, and he was doing this a lot in Greece, was taking a board with foot straps inboard. If he moves the foot straps outboard, that'd be something that would make it very quick and very direct difference. It would push him off the side of the board more.
Don't you end up with your heels in the water all the time? That's my problem. Have they got big feet or something? But
yeah.
Look at the picture. Heels.
What size feet have you got?
10.5.
Oh, right. Oh, I can't use that excuse then, can I? That's the same as mine.
What difference does it make to the performance of the board then, moving the straps outboard?
It will give you more control when you're planing because you've got more ability to pull and push on the board.
Does it affect your stance overall?
Yeah, I mean, it puts you more off the side of the board. So, I mean, outboard straps, also when it's choppy, will make it easier. So now if the board was to move, the board can move up and down. It's not going to affect me at all.
Yeah.
The more you move the foot straps in, the more the weight comes over the board, the more you'll be affected by the movements of the board.
This is Andy Hegarty's argument, isn't it? That the more inboard the straps, the easier it is to do the Carve gybe because you've got one picking it up a bit, and rather than picking up from the outside.
But with the Carve gybe, the back foot's got to come out the strap anyway. For me, it doesn't really make much difference because you've got the movement's the same. It's just a little bit bigger when you've got the straps. You could potentially, it would make it a little bit easier. And I mean, it also makes it easier to learn the foot straps. Yeah, but it depends what you want from your windsurfing board.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Paul's got quite a good Carve gybe, a Carve gybe that's good enough that he can use outboard straps for sure. Doesn't need to be. If I was sending someone out on their first Carve gybe attempts, we might take a board with just one strap at the back.
We'll discuss that again at the weekend.
You what?
Discuss that again at the weekend. You can look at mine.
Yeah, also, if you're going into waves for the first time, I'd put one strap at the back. Yeah?
Is that out? Do you mean out or underneath?
Right in the middle of the board, so it's easy to get. Yeah?
Okay.
There's different reasons for doing different things, but for Paul here, he should definitely be on one of the boards that I was on in this picture, is an F race. I mean, he's on like a very kind of like easygoing free ride board.
That's got 4 straps on though, hasn't it?
You what?
That's got 4 straps on, hasn't it?
It's
2 at
got
the
4
back.
straps, but they're set
Yeah.
quite inboard.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
you would use this board. You could even use it for teaching the straps to someone who was
Right.
a bit lighter.
Okay.
It's much harder though to get in the straps when they're outboard. It's nicer to be in them when you're in, but it's much harder to get your feet in.
Yeah,
I tend to find that the foot gets washed away and all sorts. But
Yeah,
once you're in them, they're lovely.
You've got to be a bit more careful getting in them for sure. But then your technique for getting in them needs to be, you need to be spot on with it. So again, it's also, there's like I said, there's different reasons for doing different things. But for Paul, I would suggest that he gets used to using more outboard straps because that will make a little bit of a difference. But to be honest, it's not a major thing. I think the video he's sailing here is pretty nice, to be honest. I think he's being a bit picky with himself.
I'm going to say it looks fine to me.
Yeah, I've not got any major concerns there. If he was in, let's see if he falls, it gets pulled into that position again or not. Into that kind of open there. See, the sail opens a little bit standard. If he was like that all the time, then I'd be like, right, now we need to learn to get off the side of the board a bit more and stuff. But just for,
well, that's just a gust, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Get hit by a gust that you weren't quite ready for, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I would say get the straps out a little bit more. That would help. And then we try some different boards this year, Paul, if you watch this back. And what's Andy said? You can manage a gust. We don't get off what do happen. Back side with the front hand off. Just gets you 100% use the proper harness. It's good if anybody's struggling with the harness. This is a nice tip. Learn to sail with the front hand off specifically, not the backhand. Buy this incredible sailmaker head event at Amstel. Yeah, cool. That'll be my 5 cents on that. Right, next, Mr. Pete Francis.
You're embarrassing me now. I want to make a shorter video.
Oh, I'm going to get me popcorn.
Yeah. When was this, Pete? 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Wednesday, Thursday, because Wednesday and Thursday it was. Wednesday was a really good one, and Thursday we were expecting similar, and it was the big kit. It was barely going, if I'm honest with you. But Wednesday was a good day. I enjoyed it on Wednesday.
It was a day for a long walk on Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's Thursday actually. On the Futura, that was on Thursday. That's yeah, there was still some good jumps. It was southwesterly, so it was, and the Futura, because it's a massive space area or space underneath it. Once it lifts, it just floats quite easily.
Yeah, it will do. It will float very well until it gets too windy, and then it gets a little bit.
Yeah, then it's just But see, you can look at my straps there. I suppose that's a good point because mine are quite inboard there. You see that?
Oh, you could try moving them out a bit, Pete.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but I still catch my heels now, even with them in there where they are. Maybe that's my not getting them in far enough once I've got in.
Yeah, you want to make sure they're the right size.
Yeah.
I mean, they look fine there, to be honest. Let's have a look. The hand positioning on the boom, when you're only sailing in a straight line, is good. It's close together. This hand could come back maybe slightly. Well, looks good. Blasting around. Carve gybe here.
Don't know. Tried one. I think I got round, but yeah.
It's not bad. Oh.
Yeah, spoilt it at the end. Really, it's I've got to get this in my head about pushing my sail away from me. I'm bringing, as I turn, come round the carve. I'm conscious of the fact I'm bringing my sail towards my body, and I've got to eliminate that thought process and push it away.
Yeah. So this hand, Pete, next time you do it, put it there, and put this one down there, and that'll make a difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that'll put the sail
way over there.
The mast will be here.
Yeah.
So you're going to get pulled more into the turn. You see here, what happens when you go for your carve gybe. So you start coming forwards. Oh, and he's leant back.
Yeah.
What happen? So body position there, and then there.
Yeah.
So you move off the back of the board. Yeah. The sail,
So
if you get it here more, you'll get pulled into the turn a little
I'll
bit.
still be getting pulled round though, won't I? And that'll
How
keep
it
my
should
momentum
feel.
going.
Exactly. Yeah. It'll keep the board flatter.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 sec. Clear drawings. You know what? It's nice.
It was a shame it came off that one, but it was I had plenty of speed going in, which was my positive out of that one.
Yeah. That's like a
God knows what I was doing here.
slam jibe.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I got round.
Yeah.
Good recovery.
Does it
Yeah.
count?
And ironically, I didn't plan for this one and I ended up getting round because
Yeah,
Steve
quite
fell off
nice
in front
one.
of me.
It's always good to have a jibe mark.
Like Birchie Island.
Yeah.
If you look as you go round, if you go into it, the whole jibe just looks a little bit kind of hesitant.
Yeah.
Going into it all kind of like this.
Okay.
A bit more aggression. So bring the shoulders forwards, push the bum out, and that'll bring the body forwards.
As well as bringing that hand back a bit, so that'll
to get the
push the
hand
sail.
back and then get the bum push. If you push your ass to the back and stand up, the minute you're kind of like this.
Yes.
Yeah. You push your bum back. Yeah.
And then okay.
The sails forwards as opposed to being back here.
Brilliant.
At the beginning, though, don't you sort of stand up, pull that sheeter in, so you stood up a bit, and then you go like that.
Yeah. So once you let the sail pull you up, get a video up.
Last week's when you put it on, that sort of showed me you were bringing it in then, and then you.
These are good videos. These ones. Let me just make it bigger. Clean jibe. Take the sound off. So, and look where my front hand is, Pete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the harness line. Backhand. It's not super far back. It could be further back, but it wasn't super windy here. I'm not sure I even playing out of this jibe. There we are. So we're going in. Like Caroline said, starting to pull in. And I'm letting the sail up. I get that feeling of like being pulled up over the board. Yeah, because I'm pulling the paddle. My back foot's now out the strap and it's starting to come. Well, it's still in the strap actually, but it should be coming out now. There you go. So I'm pulling in with the back arm. Front arm should be pushing the sail forwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming up over the board and simultaneously sheeting in. I'm getting pulled across.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arse starts to come back so that everything's forwards and down, not like this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a proper learning point for me. That one, isn't it? That's yeah.
Front arm is bolt straight there.
Do you lean in as well to the
hips are on the inside and the sail? I'm going like that, so I'm pushing the sail to the outside of the turn now. Yeah. See how the sail starts to move? See how it's moving to the outside of the turn?
Because it's got the window over the other side, hasn't it? So yeah, that's it.
Exactly. I get a bit caught up with my feet on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that bit at the start. That falling into the turn. Yeah.
I'm almost opposite of you there, aren't I? At that point,
Exactly. You're literally doing the
Yeah.
opposite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick that arse out and then get low.
Yeah.
This bit, you're doing quite well. Yeah. If you get this bit right here, it'll make all this stuff at the end a lot easier. Yeah, you see, even I fluffed you can see the footwork all gets a bit weird here. I get stuck in the strap a little bit. And I come out, stand up really straight, and you can see how it rails the board because now all the weight's in the feet. They're not in the foot anymore.
But you've still got the momentum to carry on almost, haven't you?
I managed to save it because I've got that much speed going through it. There's some light wind slow-mo jibes. Let's see if I can find one.
Certainly feel like I've got the speed coming into the jibe. I mean, I ain't got a problem with that, but it's as you say, it's doing the complete opposite.
You see that bit? To me that looks like you stood up a bit.
Yeah, this isn't a great one to be honest. In the entry because it's very light wind. It's not a great jibe, that one. Don't play out that one. So we're not going to show it. We're only going to
wipe that from our head.
Ollie does well.
Let's watch you now.
So the sail needs to be, so this arm needs to be bent. That one needs to be pushing the sail this way in this direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should already be sheeting in here. So you're not sheeting in here. You just pull the sail into you.
Pulling it into me, aren't I? Yeah, exactly.
Which has it has the opposite of effect to what we want. When you pull the sail in, the hips
going in.
You feel like you're trying to step like out. You're trying to step, you can't get the weight over the board. If instead you pull like this, your weight will be pulled. You'll be pulled over the board by the sail into the right position.
Yeah.
The other thing I do is I come out of the harness a bit earlier than you do. So I haven't got to worry about that bit.
Yeah, I mean, how much time you spend out the harness. If you do the entry right, you can spend as long as you need throughout the harness. You get tired eventually, but you should be able to spend quite a while out of it, really.
I just wondered if you were stood up trying to get out of the harness. That's all.
That one was actually a bit of a quick reaction because Steve fell off in front of me, so it was I didn't plan it as.
Nip it out. Okay, right.
Yeah, so Pete, next time you go into jibe, I want you to go into it with your front hand. I want you to be able to feel the front harness line.
Yeah. Got you.
The backhand, send it right down. Yeah.
Noted.
And when you're ready to take your back foot out, that's when you start to pull with the back arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll see what happens after that. Try and get a video of that.
Very good. Thank you. I'll do that.
Nice video, that one, Pete. Not too long, not too long. Well edited.
Oscar award.
That's that vicious dog.
Yeah, it is that vicious dog. Yeah, getting.
There we go. That's a better start. Hand placement.
Yeah, look at that. You see, don't even think about it. But...
And now
you're more powered up.
Arm needs to bend in towards your face. So when you're shooting, Pete, it's not a case of don't just bend the arm, but pull it to your face.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just pulling it all to me. Yeah, I'm not pushing it.
Going like that, but it needs to be that motion. Yeah. Yeah. The same for you forward. Go up and then pull.
Yeah.
Bit bouncy there.
This was a good day. We were well powered up. I was only on my 5.3 here, and it was proper good stuff.
It was a good day. I actually got back to where I started from. It's got to be a good day.
Always good, Rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see what's going wrong again there. Hands a bit better, but that backhand needs to come into the face. Yes,
Still doing. I'm doing exactly the same. I'm looking at it there. I'm doing the sail is coming to me, and so I'm losing space, and instead of pushing it away. Yeah.
Take the back arm to your face.
Yeah.
It's good, Pete. It's good. Hey, that's a nice one. Nice and fast.
Yeah, I think that was more pot luck than out else.
That was good, that.
Good. They all count, Pete. They all count.
They do, don't they?
Oh, that's a big air, that.
I tell you what, that was fantastic, that one. I loved it. It's like,
really nice.
Yeah. And I thought I'd landed it because I was too giddy. I dropped off.
Look at that. That's some height, that.
Wow.
It was it. There was some height, that one was. It was. There's some good old ramps that day, though, weren't there, Rich? They were big old ramps to jump off. It was.
Yeah.
Just flatten your board out a bit too early. So it tucked up for a little bit longer. And you'd have landed that. If you landed a bit more on the tail, see how you land quite flat on the board?
Yeah.
If you'd landed a bit more on the tail, you land that no problem. That's good, that, Pete. You get some serious height.
Yeah, enjoyed that one. That was a good day, that. I mean, obviously not this weekend because I'm away, but when there's a good forecast for a weekend across at Rossi, or, well, not necessarily a weekend, if it's a good forecast for a couple of days, I'll go and get myself across there and
you'll have
check
fun
out. Yeah.
Oh, nice one, Pete. Yeah, so main thing there, make your hands in the right place, but it looks like you're doing that already. And then that backhand into your face when you enter your gybe.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll note that, and I'll
backhand. Let the front arm get pulled away from you.
I need to look at this video just before I go out when I get to phrase, because I think about it all the way up, and then when I get there, forget it all.
I'll put a couple of these videos in the group.
Yeah,
have a look through. Might be helpful. September Ollie. Also, this one's a good one for. It's a little bit out of focus. See if it loads or not. Won't load. Oh well, I'll put it in later.
Okay.
Right then, who's next? Mr. Rich. I think his last one, yeah.
Yeah.
Was this on Wednesday?
No, this was a couple of weeks ago. This, Pete.
Oh right, okay.
Nice water start.
Putting the back foot in first.
All right.
And then as soon as I try and go for the front foot, everything comes to a grinding halt. You'll see it comes off the plane, ends up splashing everywhere. I'm in the straps, not planing, struggling to get going.
Then, Rich, go for your front strap first.
Yeah, I know, but every time
this is the problem with going with back strap first.
It don't matter whether I put my back foot in or not. As soon as I go for that front strap, the whole thing starts to wash out.
Let yourself go downwind a bit more then. If you go downwind a bit more, you'll position yourself naturally on the board for the front foot strap. If people struggle with the front strap, it's kind of a lack of confidence in letting the board go. So bear away. Just get used to bearing away. Do it a little bit at a time.
Westerlies, you see, westerlies.
Yeah,
again.
exactly. As if you've had, if you've been rescued as well or something like that before, and then you're a bit hesitant to go, I don't want to go too far out, so I'm not going to bear away. But if you don't bear away, when you go for the front strap, you'll just scoot straight upwind.
Yeah.
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 So let the board go a little bit, because when you go for the front strap, if you're taking the weight off the front foot, where's the weight going to go?
Back foot.
Good. And if you're not going downwind, the sail's not forwards. So if the sail's back because you're going upwind and you put your weight on your back foot,
right,
you'll fall off because there's no counterbalance then, is there? Yeah.
Yeah. This is the thing I was talking to you about deconstructing what I've kind of got into a habit of doing.
Yeah, but you can see that's just from I would maybe go have a session like Beaver or something like that, you know, somewhere really like enclosed and easy, where something happens, you can just get off and walk back. Or West Kirby. You do one session there, and then you'd be sorted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair dues. Yeah.
Like I say, you know, West Kirby example would be perfect. Somewhere where you can bear away without any consequence. You know what I mean?
So you think it's fear of going downwind when it's a
Yeah,
west
I'm sure. It's the same with everyone that struggles with the front foot strap. Is a fear of just letting the board go a little bit. Like I said, you want to de-weight the front foot, means you want to put the weight on the back leg a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to counterbalance the fact that your weight is back, the sail needs to be forwards.
Yeah.
And if the sail's forwards, you will always bear downwind a little bit. You can't not.
So it's not a case of hooking in too early or anything like that.
No. It's more just if you let the board go downwind, you'll find the front strap is absolutely piss easy. It's easier than the back strap.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I'll take that away and work on that then, and pick something else up next time.
Yeah, I mean you can try it, Rich. If you next time you go out and you get skunked, there's not enough wind.
Yeah.
Just bear away and try and take your front foot off the board for a couple of seconds.
Well, that's an exercise I did many years ago, dragging your front foot in the water. Just sailing on your back foot. But it meant
do it going downwind and then do it going upwind and see what happens. It's the same thing.
Right, okay.
If you do it while you're going upwind, your board will just thunk and you'll fall in. Yeah. If you do it going downwind, you can find the equilibrium between your weight and your sail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That would be my favorite.
This will be one of them classics that you've got into a bad habit and you can't get out of, isn't it? It's like me putting the sail.
I mean, I'm thinking, have I got my boy with me? Am I going for the harness lines too early and you know, leaning back against the back of the board and everything's going wrong? I mean, to be fair, I'm quite confident once I'm in the straps. You know, as you can see, the board's not on the plane, but I'm in the straps, and then I can get it going from there. It's not mast foot pressure problem, and I couldn't just figure out why I'm having this trouble because I'm putting loads of weight into the mast foot, and there's a lot of weight to put down.
If you want to help, you can kind of trick yourself into going downwind a bit, which would be to move the hands back on the boom a little bit.
Okay.
So if you kind of, by doing that, what you do is if you move this hand, stop. If you move this hand back slightly, you reduce the amount of leverage you've got. Say the center of effort's here, harness lines are set up correctly. You reduce the leverage you've got to depower the sail. So the hand that's in front of the lines comes closer to the lines. Right. And then you increase the leverage you've got to power the sail.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes it much easier for you to accidentally put some power in the sail, which will accidentally turn you downwind a little bit, which will accidentally make it a little bit easier. Yeah.
Right. I'll get the Coast Guard on speed dial.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just call them out. I'll tell them I'm gonna be out the back in 20 minutes. You come and get me.
The thing is, once you've got into that front one though, having gone downwind, you can then think about coming back again. It's quite quick, isn't it?
It happens fast, yeah. And I mean, you're obviously very confident getting in your back strap. More confident than most are.
Another thing, Ollie, that if you look, I'm keep my heel on the board all the time. I don't lift my foot off. I tend to rotate my foot into the strap rather than lift it up and put it on. I don't know if that's right or not.
It's fine, but you'll struggle if you eventually start moving with a board with more outboard straps. You'll struggle.
Yeah,
because you can't do it without your heel hits the water even here.
Yeah.
So when you come, if you've got very outboard straps, you have to come from above and you come down like that into the strap. So your straps here, you bring your foot and you come in this way.
See, I don't understand it because I used to sail a formula board, and that's really right on the you know, you're right on the dicky edge of the board there, and I got in, you know, with a big rig and stuff, and on flat water. But I think since I've moved to Fraysthorpe, I wonder if it's because of the waves and stuff. I've moved the strap slightly inboard.
Can be. It makes it a little bit more manageable.
You're a big lad like me though, aren't you, Rich? All that weight on the back of the board will stall it every time if you don't get the front foot keeping it flat.
I've always blamed my weight and height for lack of technique, and I know Dave White is a phenomenally talented sailor, but I remember him, he was on a board that was at least 30 litres less and a sail that was at least 1.5 meters smaller than me, and he was 130 kilos, and he just sailed away from me. So I thought, it can't be. It's got to be technique, hasn't it? It's got to be technique.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ollie, you're a big guy. How tall and heavy are you?
I'm sitting at a hefty 96 kilograms this morning.
Oh my goodness!
What height are you? Because you must be over 6'3".
6'3", I am.
Yes, you see, so I mean, I'm 6'7" and 110 kilos.
Yeah,
not a massive difference. So it's got to be got to be technique.
I also use my height and weight as an excuse sometimes, but you just got to make up for it some other way, haven't you?
Just rig a bigger sail.
Well, you do get put. Like if you see, like for example, at freestyle, you see it quite a lot because all the guys generally in freestyle are pretty small.
Yeah.
Height. And heavier guys do suffer a bit. Like we have to take a bigger sail. And if you have to take a bigger sail, you've got a longer boom, and longer booms make it hard to do some freestyle moves. But anyway, won't talk about it. But you've just got to make up for it, haven't you? You've got to get better. You've got to practice a bit harder than other people do. But that's just the way it is.
I don't know if it helps, but once I've got into that front foot strap and I want to go into the back, I place my foot just in front of the back foot strap.
Yeah, Rich is doing that anyway.
Oh, right. And then, but then I do like a little hop, a little sort of hop to get the weight forward.
Yeah. I mean, I do it as well. You can't, the back foot, you are limited. You only got like X amount of time. It's not like indefinite. The front strap, you can, like, I could sail the length of Kephalos with my front foot off the board completely if I had to. You can't do it with your back foot strap. At some point, you'll start to lose the balance, and you'll either fall off the back or get catapulted off the front. So the back strap, there is a limit. You say you have got to be reasonably quick. With the front strap, you can take your time, but like Caroline said, is you should be able to feel both foot straps, and you should be able to feel both foot straps before you put your foot in either of them. So you've got your back foot was there, Rich, but your front foot's nowhere near the front strap.
Miles off, isn't it?
Yeah, that will also already make a difference. It'll make it a bit easier. Yeah. But this is quite common in people that go for the back strap first.
Have a big wide step.
It's so far forwards to counterbalance the fact that your weight's so far back.
Right.
Yeah. I know it's a bad habit to do that, but sometimes when we sort of talk about this, and sometimes when it's really, really powerful windy, I think the back strap can be doable first.
Yeah, for sure. There are times I've also seen some guys that are very good do it. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but generally you do fall into problems a bit more than you would in people that go for the front strap first. I think it's not wrong, but it's maybe more prone to creating bad habits.
Yeah,
would be a nice way to put it.
My example is a good one.
Yeah, I mean, also like I've seen it. Also, like there was a guy when I was in Cape Verde, and he was very good in wave sailing. Always went for his back strap first, but he was struggled always on free ride gear.
Right.
So there's normally always there becomes a point where it will limit you in some aspect, whereas people who go for the front strap first can generally more readily kind of adapt to different boards and different things.
I mean, when you go for a carve gybe, you don't take your front foot out, do you?
It stays in, yeah, it stays in.
Your back foot, so you're going to have to get used to sailing with your front foot in and your back foot out.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, it's a front foot heavy sport, windsurfing, as opposed to like surfing, for example, is more of a back foot heavy sport. windsurfing, we generally use a front foot because we're always generally counterbalancing some sort of pull from the sail.
Yeah.
That should generally be coming a little bit from the front.
Cheers, Ollie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right then, guys. I think that's everything. Yeah. I'm gonna sign off because dinner is ready.
Enjoy.
Yeah, that's a good excuse.
Very good.
So I will see some of you at Rosniger weekend. And if I don't, I will be at West Kirby. The plan is Thursday and Friday. Was new sail dependent. They should arrive on Wednesday.
What's the wind like at Rosniger then for the weekend?
Saturday is looking like the day we'll do the inland sea, and then Sunday we'll do Rosniger Bay. Exactly what like the plan will be. There'll be a WhatsApp group. We'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll put all the plans in there for it and stuff.
Are you there on Friday?
At Rosniger? No, I'm making my way there, but I won't be sailing there.
Okay.
There will be. I'm sure there will be people sailing there. I'll probably be sailing at West Kirby if you want to join.
Where are you staying then, Ollie? Because I'm staying on the campsite.
I'm staying at a friend's house.
Oh, lovely.
I have friends in Rosniger.
You know places.
I know people.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, Rosniger's looking very. I mean, it's looking good all weekend. But Rosniger seems to be a pretty reliably windy place. Also, tomorrow's gonna be good. But yeah, cool stuff.
All right. See ya.
I will see you.
Bye, everyone. Happy sailing this week. Keep safe.
Happy sailing.
Yay.